Okay, hello guys, it's SlackOut here with another draft analysis video for another Pokemon Draft League, which starts next week with the battles. And the league is UCA Season 2, so Ultimate Crowning Achievement Season 2. I was part of the Season 1 as well and won one division's championship. So now I am in the top division with another great coaches, so this will be very exciting season. I'm so happy to play in the league. The league isn't upload required, so not all of the coaches will be uploading this league, of course. But so every single coach will draft 12 months here and choose one as a C captain. And we got the 10th pick, and that's the last we'll pick. So there's 10 coaches in division. So we get to pick 2 months always. Every time we pick, we get to pick 2 months. So that's great because we can pick good pairs, which help each other out very well. And of course, because we are last pick in the first round, there's probably not gonna be anything huge for us, something like Coco and stuff like that. But we got some one man that I'm really happy to use actually, because I always struggle to play against this because it can do so much. So the first pick is going to be, we're gonna get this Mew in here, and this how about you go? You didn't see that. Okay, it was in the wrong layer. But we got Mew as our first round pick. It can do pretty much everything. It has every single access to every single TM and tutor move that has ever been in the game. It's a pure psychic type with all stats at base 100, so it can literally do anything he wants. And as for Mew, the tough thing to do with this is people usually draft it and kind of count it towards amount of hazard control you have in your team. So you usually happen to have only Mew and like 2 other removals. So it would be defogging half the time it's coming to the game. So I wanna. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to like draft without having Mew in my draft, pretty much. Except it's a Psychic type and it's a base 100 speed, so those 2 are what I'm considering when drafting Mon. So next pick helps Mew, doesn't help Mew, but Mew helps the next pick a lot, because our next pick is going to be a Mega. Every single one has to have 1 Mega in the draft. And I got a Mega I wanted to use for a while, and Mew works very well as its partner. It's 4x weak to fighting. It's great stealth rocker. It can sweep possibly with Dragon Dance and Rock Polish. You guys probably guess what it is. Yes, it's Mega T-Tar. Mega T-Tar is awesome. It has so huge stats. It has base 700 total. So that's. Is that more than Mew? I think Mew has 600 attack, special attack, defense, special defense, speed, HP. Yeah. So Tita has huge stats. It has like 145 attack, I believe, and 95 special attack with 71 speed and a lot of bulk. This man can set up stealth rocks, hurt every single man with crunch and stone edge, dual stab, and then gets great coverage in like fire punch, ice punch, earthquake, stuff like that. Really good man. Gets Iron Head for those fairy types that might be coming, so that's great as well. So this, I wanted to use this for draft leagues for now, and I've never gotten a chance because I've drafted another Mega or something like that. So I decided to draft this early as possible, so I'm going to be building around this man. And in the next one I will be picking is something that works with T-Tar really well. 18 picks of course has gone, so some mons have gone like Clefable and stuff like that. I missed on those, but that's okay. next pick I am going to be having is actually Excadrill. Whoa, look at that, I had a sand setter, so why not pick a mon that's great in sand. Gets sand rush, so it doubles its speed, outspeeds most of the mons I believe, all of the mons, even the base 150s. Except Scarface. Scarface are only thing that can outspeed this, and they have to be really fast Scarf. I believe like 110 Scarface can outspeed Excadrill in sand, if they really want to. And Excadrill hurts like a truck. It has huge attack stat with good speed in 88, okay speed because it can break walls even without sand, and with sand it can sweep. Gets short stance, gets a rapid spin, gets a stealth walk, really good utility moves, but most of the time Excadrill is here to win the game with the Iron Head Earthquake dual stab and short stance hopefully. And Excadrill will be my sea captain. At this point of the draft I was already sure that I'm going to be making Excadrill my sea captain, just because it's so good at what it does. Next pick is something I'm not sure if it actually fits my draft really well. I was thinking like 3 hours or 2 hours for this pick. I was doing mock drafts and stuff, because the next pick will pretty much influences my next picks, that I need to pick some exact mons, so the draft doesn't go to the trash can after the actual draft. So I went with the mon I've used before, and I love using it. It's immune to ground, which is really important, and it resists fighting, so you can kind of guess what it's typing. It is electric flying, really cool speed, tiered in 111. It's going to be a Thunderous Incarnate. And Thunderous Incarnate is great because it has Defiant, it has Frank Stare. Both are very good abilities, and Defiant is really good if opponent is trying to defog, so we get the +2 attack, and then we can use agility and then sweep the game. Or it can be something like U-turning Thunder Waving Mon that really helps, for example, Theta to set up Dragon Dance and outspeed even the fastest mons in the game. Hits really hard, kills every single water type pretty much with Grass, not Thunderbolt, and can pivot around with U-turn, has nasty plot agility. Really good mon, really great options, can defog, doesn't really want to, but the option is there. For our next pick, again 18 picks have gone, many mons have gone, like Shamin at this point, and Sylveon at this point. Crocodile, not that I would want Crocodile because I have my ground and dark type, but really good stuff has gone already. So I wanted something that can remove hazards really reliably and has good typing and gives me a grounded poison. This is probably my most used mon at this point. It's been in like 4 or 5 drafts for me, and it's always been pretty good. I have definitely not used it to its full potential, for sure. It gives me base 100 speed to go alongside Mew, so Mew doesn't have to be the base 100 mon when I'm building. And the mon is the Tentacruel, the gigantic Tentacruel from the anime. And the Tentacruel is great, it gets rapid spin, it gets toxic spikes, so that's another tool we add to our arsenal with that. And it gets good dual stab with water and poison, so it gets rid of fairy types and can hit ground types. Sadly it's a water that's weak to ground. That's really shame, like it kinda sucks, because now we have 3 mons weak to ground, 1 immune, but Thunderous doesn't really like to come on ground types, because they usually carry like Rock Slide or Stone Edge, which really hurt. But the options are there, and Rapid Spin is huge. Gives me good removal, pretty much good pivot in the mid game and stuff like that. So next I wanted to pick my fairy type and get my elite speed tier above 111 that Thunderous is, so I can outspeed a lot of the metagame, and that's going to be little butterfly bug fairy Ribombee. Ribombee is 124 bug fairy type, which has access to sticky webs and aromatherapy, and stuff like that. It can be utility mon with those. I'm not sure if it gets stoned, I don't remember at the moment. Maybe it gets, but then again, Ripambi is very good in sweeping games because it has Quiver Dance, and Quiver Dance mons are usually very scary. Pretty much mons that can wall the Ripambi are steel types, and steel types I can handle with Escadrille really well. So that's the idea there, and it definitely. Oh, it gets a tailwind as well, so Escadrille can sweep even outside of sand. That's great. Yeah, sticky webs are fun addition because people have to build around those. For sure, they can't just ignore that I have webs. And the next one I picked is our another ground resist. Ripambi and Thunderous are at the moment our ground resists, and both of those don't really want to switch into ground types. If Ripambi gets hit by earthquake pretty hard, even when it's resisted. But this mon, Chestnut doesn't care about earthquakes, doesn't care about those, doesn't care that you carry stones, doesn't care about those. Only thing that it doesn't swap into is Landorus with Sea Fly. That sucks, but oh well. So Chestnut gets spikes, so I now have a chance to use every single hazard in the game. It's very bulky in the physical side. It gets lead seed, drain punch, seed bomb, wood hammer, stuff like that. Spiky shield is great for whittling down those physical attackers with rocky helmet and spiky shield. They get hit every time they try to attack Chestnut. That's so good. And yeah, it gives us the lower speed tier at the moment, 64 I believe. And yeah, I've never used Chestnut, but I love the mon and I want to use it in Draft League, and hopefully I can make it work with my current team. I'm not super weak to flying, since I have Thunderous, Theta and Escadrille, which all resist the flying attacks that Chestnut is weak to. So it really helps that Chestnut can wall stuff it wants, while also dodging the flying type moves. And the next pick, this is mon that I wanted to use as well. Gives us 80 speed tier and helps us with the grass. Not a weakness, but I don't really have anything that breaks grass types primarily. So I got the great bird at the Braviary. This is going to be fun to use alongside with my hazard stacking core because it gets defiant. So if you defog and I get my Bravery on that, I'll get the +2 attacks boost, and if I'm Scarf, most of the bounce I can't outspeed it, and that +2 brave but really hurts. So that's that idea, and this gives us option. Oh yeah. So this helps Ripambi. Ripambi is one mon that breaks grass types, stuff like Shaman, stuff like Celebi, and those kind of mons, and the Bravery helps with those a lot. So now that we look at our team, we have new Mega Tyrant, Escadrille, Thunderous, Tentacruel, Ripambi, Chestnut and Bravery. We are pretty good at this moment. We are maybe a little bit ice weak at the moment because we have Thunderous, who doesn't like ice moves. Tentacruel can tank those, and Theta as well. Escadrille really doesn't want to take ice beams, especially the stab ones, and usually ice beam is carried by water types as well, so that sucks. And Chestnut gets hit by ice move, and Bravery gets hit by ice move. So I want something to get something that can switch into the ice moves really reliably without having to worry about any whittling down. It has recovery, it has good speed tier with good utility moves as well. It can also break in both physical and special side. And this mon is going to be Arcanine. Arcanine is really good, doing pretty much everything. It can be bulky with Intimidate and Will-O-Wisp. It also gets raw, so no mons can actually set up on it. It gets good attacking moves in Wild Charge, Extreme Speed, Crunch, Flare Blitz, so it can be very offensive as well. And it can go special side as well with Flamethrowers and such. I've never used Arcanine. It gives us good speed tier in 95, which we didn't really have yet in the 90 to 100 area. But yeah, another man that is weak to rocks, but that's currently okay because our team benefits more that the hazards are on the opposing side rather than on our side, of course. So we try to pressure opposing players to defog for us and get the Defiant boost on our 2 Defiant Mons. That's the idea. And after Arcanine, I was thinking that I don't have enough rock weaknesses, so I grabbed Ice type. Ice type with 110 speed gets us Spikes, Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave. Really good utility options and good stab moves in Ice Beam and Shadow Ball. The man is of course the Ice Ghost type. Frostlash. Frostlash is I love the man in Draft League. It's so good anti lead man because it gets Taunt and Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp. So, and of course Toxic, so it can status pretty much any mon in any way possible. I'm not sure if it gets any sleeping moves. Maybe it gets Hypnosis, but that's kinda that accuracy is kinda yikes. So let's not rely on that. But yeah, Frostlash is here to bring us another Spike user. But the rock weakness might not be the best, because we now have 4 mons weak rock. Maybe that's not too many, it's third of the team. Science, I have already 2 rapid spinners, and I'm going to be picking another rapid spinner next, and that will be our defensive steel type. Isn't weak to ground, but is 4x weak to fire, which I cover pretty well with Arcanine and Tentacruel, not gonna lie, and Megatita can actually benefit from fly types as well. That man is Fortress, the Bug Steel type, with Rapid Spin and access to every single hazard in the Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rock. Did I say it gets Rapid Spin? It obviously gets Rapid Spin, like you can see in the little gift there, is spinning really fast. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't used Foresters either, so half of my team I haven't used, but that's fine because that's learning. And not sure how well Foresters actually fits defensively. I like the fact that it's defensive steel type because Excadrill can't be a defensive steel type at all. So Fortress is here to do that. And defensive steel type is very good, especially when your fairy type is through Bumpy, which dies to every single move that you throw at it. So yeah, pretty much just 4 hazards, and it gets Volt Switch as well. So that's something. Slow Volt Switch is great if opposing team doesn't bring their ground type. And then the last mon in the lineup is going to be our Dragon type, low tier Dragon type, which I've never used again, but I like the options it gives me with Glare, Roost, and of course the Fire Dragon Stab. Also gets Hyper Voice for that normal stab as well, and the man is of course Drampa the Great Old Dragon. This man is fun. it has access to unique ability in Berserker, which boosts the special attack by 1 stage when you go below 50% health, and it gets Roost, Defog. It gives me tools to use. It's just not a Dragon type. It can do something else than be a Dragon type. It also gets a Sap Sipper, which is fun ability as well, since it's immune to grass type moves. So the draft, this is my draft, and I like it, especially the top part of it with Mew, Megatita, Excadrill, Thundurus. I like those 4 mons because every single of them can be very versatile, except, okay, Excadrill maybe isn't very versatile mon. It runs the Earthquake and Iron Head at 2 other moves every single week, so maybe not that versatile. But Mew and Thundurus and Theta are very versatile, what you can build with them, and they really help each other out well. the battles will be starting next week. Next week we are facing Philadelphia Phantoms and Loxi. I've already played the match, but you guys are going to see it 1 week late, as you will be seeing every single week. It's going to be that when I battle my week 1 battle, the next week it will go up, so that I have the 1 week safe zone, that if something happens with my battling schedule or something, I can always keep the YouTube content coming every single week. And then the next week we'll be having the APA Indigo week 9 battle, if I remember correctly, so be excited for that. I'm gonna head to edit this video so I can get you this video in time. I hope you are excited for the UCA Season 2, because I'm pumped up. I want to play these coaches so badly, and I want to prep with this team a lot. One other YouTube draft league, actually, where every single coach will be uploading, is going to start in a few weeks, I believe. So be excited for that as well. But yeah, I will be heading out. See you guys later.